Steps. Yes. Okay. Yes.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
How are you, all of you?
Fine, sir.
I am audible now.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes, we'll start with some slides first. Then some technical problem is their camera. Then I will show the specimen. Okay. Yes. Can I start?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You already last class. I think Veena madam has taken large intestine. I will show some slides. Okay. Then afterwards, some technical problem is their camera. Then I will show the large intestine specimen. Okay. So as you know, we are about to complete now abdomen. Almost all visceras we have completed. So remaining we will finish as early as possible. Okay. So small intestine, large intestine. Okay. You should know the first difference. What are the difference between the large intestine and small intestine? Okay. During your practical session, and you have to describe, explain the discussion part about the large intestine. Okay, as you know, so each and every viscera organ you have to give the introduction first. Introduction, then general features, then some specific features. Specific features, that's called cardinal features. Okay, then you have to tell about the location, that is anatomical position, location, and general features. Then individual part you have to describe one by one, individual part like surfaces, borders, specific parts. Then afterwards you have to tell about the relations. Then add some important functions. You should know that particular organ functions. Then relations, functions. Then last class I told it is a sequence: blood supply, venous drainage, lymphatic drainage, nerve supply. Lastly, you know, applied aspects, clinical anatomy. Clinical anatomy. So about large intestine, I will show some important slides. You will come to know about the large intestine. Okay. As you know, so different quadrants are there. Abdomen. So different quadrants, 9 quadrants, different visceras are located. Okay. So last class you have studied that small intestine. Okay. This is a small intestine. Small intestine. So whatever this is there, this is a location for large intestine. Large intestine. Okay. Now, so what is digestive tract? From where to where? You know already, from mouth to anus. So some accessory organs other than main structures, there will be some accessory organs like mouth, pharynx, esophagus. Okay. Then the important particular for the GIT is the distended part is stomach. After the stomach, small intestine. Small intestine. Again, you know, small intestine divided into duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. Okay. Now come to the proper large intestine. Why it is small and large? You know, yes, you can compare with the lumen of the that particular intestine. As the general feature, small intestine. Yes, anybody? Measurement, small intestine. No idea. So large intestine is around 1.5 meter. 1.5 meter. So what are the digestive accessory organ? Included teeth also, tongue, salivary glands, pancreas, liver, and gallbladder. Okay. Now come to the proper large intestine. large intestine. It is also called as a colon. It is also called as a colon. Also called as a large bowel. Large bowel. Okay. It is one of the, that is last or distal part of the GIT, gastrointestinal tract. Gastrointestinal tract. It is around, length is 1.5 meter. 1.5 meter. Okay. 1.5 meter long. Small intestine 6 meter. 6 meter. So almost large intestine, the whole length is 1/5 of the GIT. 1/5 of the GIT. Okay. So what are the parts? What are the parts of the large intestine? So it starts from the, yes, what is the last part of the small intestine? Ileum, duodenum, jejunum, ileum. Now, so the large intestines commence or starts from the ileocecal wall, ileocecum, from the cecum. It is a pouch, it is a sac, it is a sac. So then after the cecum, it is ascending colon. I will show the diagram. Ascending colon. Then there will be some turn, that is right colic flexure. Right colic flexure. Then next is transverse colon. As the name indicates, it is a transverse colon. Then next one is left colic flexure. Splenic, that is also called as a splenic flexure. Splenic flexure. Then next, again it descends down. That is descending colon. Descending colon. Then S-shaped curve is there. That is called as a sigmoid colon. Sigmoid colon. Then it continues as a rectum. Then distally, lastly, anal canal. Anal canal. These are the parts of the large intestine. These are the parts of the large intestine. Okay. Okay. As I told, you should know the particular part, particular viscera organ, some important functions. You know already GIT, large intestine. So the main function is absorption. Absorption of the water, large intestine, and along with the electrolytes. Okay, sodium, potassium, chlorine. So then it produces and absorbing vitamins. As you know, vitamin B12, because of presence of bacterial flora in the lumen. So it forms, it synthesize or secrete the vitamin B12. So it is one of the function is producing and absorbing the vitamins. Then one of the, again one more important function is propelling the feces whenever the, after the digestion, absorption. So whatever the waste materials are, propelling the feces towards the rectum for elimination. Then one more important function of the large intestine is lubrication. It lubricates the, yes, feces, mixing of the food, digestion, then absorption. Okay. So one of the important function is lubrication also. Okay. Then with the mucus, lubricates with the feces with the mucus. Okay. Now, as you know, this is the digestive tract: mouth, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine. In the accessory digestive organs, teeth, tongue, gallbladder, salivary glands, liver and pancreas. Okay. Okay. Now this is the part of the large intestine. Okay. Cecum, appendix, ascending colon, transverse colon, descending colon, sigmoid colon, rectum and anal canal. Okay. Anal canal. From where it extends? Yes. See this diagram. This is the sac. Wide, round, oval-shaped sac. That is cecum. So this is the, whatever this projection is there, worm-like structure. This is the appendix. This is the part of the ileum. So this is called as a ileocecal junction. If you see the interior part, there will be a here presence of ileocecal wall. What is the main function of this wall? Yes, to prevent the sending back to the whatever the food material pieces, prevent. Then this is the ascending colon. Purple color, blue color is there. This is the ascending colon. This is right colic flexure. Right colic flexure. Then it continues as a transverse colon. Then this is a left colic flexure. Now this one is descending colon. Now this is purple color, dark purple color is S-shaped sigmoid colon. Then continue as a rectum and anal canal. These are the parts of the large intestine. Parts of the large intestine from cecum to the anus. From cecum to the anus. Okay. Now this diagram clearly you can find out the parts again. So this is a cecum. This is the cecum. This is the ileocecal wall. Whatever, see, I am pointing here. This is the ileocecal wall. This is the ileum. This is worm-like structures. Posterior-medially. Yes, that is appendix. It is a worm-like structures. It is a vestigious organ. It is a lymphoid organ. See here, ileocecal wall, ileum. This is ileocecal junction. This is the posterior medial. This is a worm-like structure. This is called as a appendix. Okay. Now this is arrow mark showing the ascending colon. This is right colic flexure, also called as a hepatic flexure. Why? Because inferior surface of the liver here attached relation. Right colic flexure. Then this is the transverse colon. See the arrow mark. You can find out easily. See the arrow mark and direction. Transverse colon. Now this is left colic flexure. So this is also called as a splenic flexure. Why? You know already relation of the spleen. So here left colic flexure. Visceral surface of the spleen relation. Yes, splenic flexure. Now this is descending colon. Now this is S shape. This is a sigmoid colon. Now continue as a rectum. Then anal canal. Okay. Now, so you know already functions, reabsorption, absorption, and storage of the feces and before defecation. That is expelling out. So what are the regions of the main large intestine? Cecum, colon, and rectum. Cecum, colon, and rectum. Okay. Now this diagram also showing the ileocecal wall. This is the ileocecal wall. This is a part of the ileum. Okay. This is the ascending, transverse, descending, sigmoid, rectum, anal canal. Why I am repeating? You have to remember the first parts. In examination, practical exam, during the practical exam, the examiner will ask show the parts. So you have to in detail about the parts and their measurements also. So this is what? This is ileocecal wall. This is a part of the ileum. Okay. Now, what is this? What are the specific features of the large intestine? There are main three features. What is that? You can find out in this diagram. Okay. Now see these elevations like pouches, or you can say dilatation. These elevations are like pouches called as a sacculations, which are the main cardinal features, specific features of the large intestine. Now come to this side. See, yellow color fatty material is there. Fatty pockets, pouches are there. That is called as a appendix epipoli. Appendices is epipoli. Okay. Now, whatever this center is there, this center, yes, you can make out here at the center. there will be a longitudinal muscle coat. Okay, longitudinal muscle. Yes, called as a Taenia coli. It's called as a Taenia coli. I will show in specimen next. Okay, so this is Taenia coli. This is appendices epipoli. This is a fat pouches. Projections are there. Now, these elevations or dilatation is called as a sacculations or sacculations. Then ostrations. See this mark. This is called as a sacculations. Sacculations. Next slide I will show. Remaining parts you know already. Okay. These are the different parts. Different parts. So right colic called as a hepatic flexure because it is related to the liver. Then left colic flexure is called as a splenic colic flexure because it is related to the visceral surface of the spleen. Visceral surface of the spleen. Okay. Okay. So you should not forget these 3 points. Cardinal features of the large intestine. Remember, cardinal features of the large intestine. Examiner will be asked direct question. What are the cardinal features? Why it is you say it is large intestine only? So that time you have to explain because of presence of these ostrations, that is sacculations. These are the dilatations. Next one is fatty pouches. See this one, fatty pouches, pockets like pouches with fat, that is appendices epipoli. Then the longitudinal muscle, that is called as a Taenia coli. Taenia coli. Okay. Then again Taenia coli divided into anterior, posterior and inferior. Anterior, posterior, inferior. Okay. Anterior, posterior and inferior. Okay. Anterior called as a Taenia libera. Posterior medial is called as a mesocolia, and posterior lateral called as a mentalis. Okay, you have to remember these 3 names in Taenia coli. In Taenia coli. Okay. Now, come to the next slide. Then next coming class we will come to know in detail about the histology, about large intestine and spleen. So histologically, in small intestine. So here absence of Pili circularis and villi. Okay, and here the presence of crypts of Lieberkühn. Crypts of Lieberkühn. In detail we'll discuss next histology class. Okay. So now what I told. So what are the cardinal features? Taenia coli. Okay. These are the narrow bands. These are the narrow bands longitudinal muscle core. These are the narrow bands longitudinal, outer longitudinal muscle coat. Okay. Next what I told, that some dilatation is there, that is called as a sacculations or hostrations. Sacculations or hostra. These are the nothing but produced by the taenia only, which are slightly shorter than the gut. So these are the some dilatations, series dilatations. Okay. Now next one is, yes, next one is some small fatty sacs will be there, epiploic appendices, that is with the peritoneum. Peritoneum covered sacs of the fat. You can say it is a fatty pouches covered by the peritoneum. Okay, these are the fatty pouches which are present in the along with the rows, or you can say parallel to the Taenia coli. Parallel or attached in rows along with the Taenia coli. Okay, so Taenia coli run the length of the large intestine. It indicates the length of the large intestines. Okay, okay, because Taenia coli are shorter than the large ball, so it becomes sacculated or formation of the hostrations. Okay, these 3 points you have to remember. You have to remember. You have to explain during your examination, practical examinations. Okay. Short note may also come, 3 marks questions. Cardinal features of the large intestine, and MCQ related also is very important. Okay. Now clearly you can find out in this diagram. whatever I told, three cardinal features. Once again, I will repeat. First, we'll see the saculations. See, these are the series dilatations. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this. These are the series dilatations. That is one of the identification point, or you can say it is the one of the shape you can find out in the large intestine. Shape, maintain the shape, and see these series dilatations called as a saculations. Saculations, that is haustra of the colon. Now, whatever I told, this is longitudinal muscle cord. See, this is longitudinal muscle cord. This is called as a tinea coli. Tinea coli, which indicate the length of the large intestine. Now, these are the sac-like. See, this is fatty pouches which contains the fat. This is called as a appendici epipoli. Appendici epipoli. Okay, that is appendici omental here. So appendici epipoli. These are the main three cardinal features of the large intestine. Large intestine. So last slide I will show the difference between the small intestine and large intestine. Okay, remember these 3 points. Here also clearly you can find out, yes, whatever these pouches are there, yellow color with fat, that is appendices epipoli. Okay, appendices epipoli. Whatever this canal is there, center, longitudinal muscle cord, it is called as a tinea coli. Tinea coli. Now, this dilatation of the large intestine, this one, okay, continue. Series of the dilatation, this is called as a saculations. Saculations, okay, saculations. Okay. You understood these 3 points? I am audible?
Sir.
These 3 points are very, very important. As far the large intestine is concerned, 3 important cardinal features. Okay. This diagram, see, once again I will repeat. This is fatty pouches. Okay. Yes, this is a side view or lateral view. So see epiploic appendages. This is the series dilatations, haustration or saculations. This is the longitudinal muscle cord, that is tinea coli. Tinea coli. Tinea. See this diagram once again. Should not forget. You have to identify. Okay. Epiploic appendages, haustrations, and tinea coli. Tinea coli. Okay. Now come to the cecum. Cecum, what is cecum? It is a pouch of the large intestine. It is around 6 centimeter, 6 to 7.5 centimeter. Width is more. See, important point here. Length is around 6 centimeter, but width is 7.5 centimeter. 7.5 centimeters. Having 2 openings, ileal opening and appendix opening. Appendix opening. Okay, Gerlach's wall. That's called as a Gerlach's wall. Okay. Now, see the diagram here. So this is the interior part of the cecum. This is the ileocecal wall. Ileocecal wall. Ileocecal wall. Different lips. 2 lips are there. 2 lips are there. Okay. This is the worm-like structure. Appendix. Appendix. Yes. This is the ileum. So this whole diagram is ileocecal junction. Ileocecal junction, from where the large intestine starts. Okay, this is ileocecal wall. Ileocecal wall. So anteriorly cecum is related to the, just I am reminding, small intestine and anterior abdomen wall. Anterior to the cecum, small coils of the small intestine and anterior abdominal wall. Posteriorly, some muscles. What are the muscles? Iliacus muscles, psoas major, yes, psoas major, and along with the femoral nerve. So medially you know already. So it is some worm like structure is coming, that is appendix. Appendix, posterior medially. Okay, appendix. Appendix. So ileocecal junctions from where the large intestine starts. Okay. Now, after the cecum, yes, after the cecum, ascending colon. Okay, ascending colon. Ascending colon is around 15 to 20 centimeter. So, what are the relations anteriorly and ascending colon? Again, anterior abdominal wall. You know already hepatic flexure. Then part of the liver and gallbladder. Gallbladder. So posteriorly muscles. What are the muscles? Iliacus muscles, quadratus lumborum, and transverse abdominis. Transverse abdominis. Okay. So this is a diagram again showing the ileocecal junction ascending colon. Now transverse colon. Transverse colon. It is a part of the colon from the hepatic flexure to the splenic flexure. Means right to the left. Right colic flexure to the left. Okay. It is the longest. It is the longest. It is the longest. So, covered by the peritoneum, called as a greater omentum. Greater omentum. The peritoneum covered almost whole part of the transverse colon. That is peritoneum called as a greater omentum. Greater omentum. On the posterior side, again, what are the relation? Posterior abdominal wall. Posterior abdominal wall and transverse mesocolon. Transverse mesocolon. Okay. So, descending colon. Okay. Descending colon. Again, the descending colon from the left or left colic flexure, splenic flexure to the pelvic brim. Okay. Then I continue as a again sigmoid colon. Sigmoid colon. Okay. Is covered anteriorly by the peritoneum. Peritoneum. Okay. Peritoneum. So descending colon, the posteriorly, what are the relations? Yes, left kidney and quadratus lumborum muscles. Then iliacus. One more muscle is psoas major muscles. Psoas major muscles. Okay. Now, why it is called sigmoid? Because of S shape. So sigmoid colon is a part of the large intestine after descending colon. So just and it is continue as a rectum. Continue as a rectum. Okay. So having the own mesentery, that is which is V shaped. V shaped. Enclosed with the peritoneum. Enclosed with the peritoneum. Okay. Then continue as a rectum. After the rectum, again anal canal. Okay. So this slide you can identify. See cecum 6 centimeter, ascending colon 20, then longest I told 38 centimeter transverse colon, descending colon 25, then again sigmoid along with the rectum continuum. Okay, it is cecum is intraperitoneal, then ascending is a retroperitoneal. Retroperitoneal. See this diagram, almost everything is labeled here. Just I will show. So this is cecum, ileocecal wall junction. This is a hostrum, that is hostrations. This is ascending colon. This is a tinea coli. This is a tinea coli. So as per the blood supply contents, see this is the again superior mesenteric and all. This is a transverse colon. Transverse colon. This is fatty pouches. Epiphyseal appendages. Descending colon. Then this is a tinea coli. This is a sigmoid colon, rectum, anal canal. Okay. Now, this is a common and important question in your practical exam. Yes? Yes. What are the difference? Yes. First is length or measurement, that is 1.5 meter large intestine. Then small intestine is 6 meter, but it is lumen is narrow. That's why it is small intestine, narrow. You have to remember. Then greater part of the large intestine is fixed, means not movable. Okay. Small intestine is a movable. In case of large intestine, villi are there. Sorry, villi are absent in case of large intestine. In case of small intestine, villi are present. Okay. Then I told some cardinal features, specific features related to the large intestines. Okay, large intestine. They are present. You know already. Tinea coli, appendix articuli, and yes, saculations. So in case of small intestine, they are not there. These structures are not present. Okay. No. Only thing is you can say in case of ileum, yes, Peyer's patches. Pair patches will be there. You have to remember that. You have to write down that point. In case of ileum, Peyer's patches. Pair patches will be. You know already what are the functions. So absorption, accession. Absorption and accession as per the large intestine is concerned. Okay. Now come to the blood supply. Yes, come to the blood supply. So you know already mesentery. What do you mean by mesentery? Omentum, mesentery, yes, which are again related to the peritoneum. So superior mesenteric artery, inferior mesenteric artery, superior mesenteric artery and inferior mesenteric artery. Okay. So superior mesenteric artery again iliac artery, right coliac artery and mid colic artery. Okay. Right colic, mid colic and ileocolic. These are the branches from the again superior mesentery. Right colic, ileocolic. See, this is right colic because going towards the right, towards the colon, right colic. Okay, this is the going towards the colon again, but nearer to the ileum. Like that, you have to remember ileocolic. Okay, now inferior mesenteric. See, after this inferior mesentery, again it is going to the left side towards the colon, so left colic, then towards the sigmoid, then above the rectum, superior rectal artery. Okay, got the point? You have to remember like this. First one is superior mesenteric and inferior mesenteric. Superior mesenteric again towards the right side, so right colic, ileocolic and appendicular. Inferior mesentery again left colic, sigmoid and superior rectal. Okay. Now, what is the lymphatic? Lymphatic drainage, yes. Again same, superior mesenteric lymph nodes major, which is drained into the cisterna chyli. Then one more important is inferior mesenteric and colic lymph nodes. These are the three important: superior mesenteric, inferior mesenteric and colic lymph nodes, lymphatic drainage. Okay, these superior mesenteric lymph nodes from the ascending colon and proximal 2/3 of the transverse colon. Proximal. See why it is important lymphatic drainage? Yes, because the metastasis, carcinoma of the large intestine, CA colon, carcinoma of the colon. So lymphatic drainage is very, very important. Okay, note down this point. So as you know, lastly we will discuss about some applied aspects. So as per the large intestine is concerned, so I told now colon. So carcinoma of the colon. Okay, that is a common. Then ulcerative colitis. Wall of the colon, there will be ulcers. So ulcerative colitis. Then adhesions. I think you know the word meaning adhesions. So they will contact each other, stick. So adhesions will be there. Then some formation of the polyp, extra growth, polyp or lesions. Okay, polyp and then diverticulitis. Diverticulitis. Some diverticulum is there due to that inflammation also occurs. Diverticulitis. Then last but not least, you should not forget the important applied anatomy is now here the appendicitis. It is a common appendicitis. Yes, appendicitis. So surface marking, appendicitis very important. Appendix, to locate the appendix, there will be a particular point that's called as a McBurney's point, where the more tenderness will be more. So pain, what do you mean by tenderness? Tenderness will be more. So after during examination, the patient will respond immediately after palpating. So that's called as a rebound tenderness. So during that, the particular point is McBurney's point. McBurney's point to locate the appendix, to rule out the acute appendicitis. Acute appendicitis. Okay. You understood about the large intestine? Briefly, I told. I am audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, are you there, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes. 1 minute, excuse me. Five minutes. Now, face for just one ಕೈಯಿಂದ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರಣ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ Yes, you can see this is large intestine specimen. Yes, you can make out here. Are you seeing?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, because it's some technical problem is their camera. Just I will tell in 2 minutes. So this is the cecum from where the large intestine starts. Okay, it is a sac. So around 6 centimeter and 7.5 weight. So parts of the large intestine you know already. So this is a cecum. Cecum. This is the ascending colon. So this one is right colic flexure, which is related to the again liver. This is the transverse colon, longest. Then this is the splenic flexure. Okay. Descending colon. This is S-shaped sigmoid. Then continue as the rectum and the anal canal. So here what I want to show here is, see, this one is fatty pouches. Yes, you can make out here. This is called as a appendicitis epipoli. Appendicitis epipoli. Okay. Now, whatever this longitudinal line you can see here, like canal center longitudinal muscle cord, is called as a tinea coli. Tinea coli. Tinea coli. Now this is, you can make out here. These are the dilatations. See this forceps. These are the dilatations equally. Series dilatations. This is called as a saculations. Saculations. So this is whatever the fatty pouches are there. This is appendicitis epipoli. Whatever this longitudinal muscle coat is there, it is called as a tinea coli. Then whatever these series dilatations are there, one by one, like cubes, that is one of the important cardinal features of the large intestine, that is saculations. Saculations. So these three features is not there in small intestine, and length also, yes, around 6 meter, here 1.5 meter. So first thing is, you should not confuse during exam. Sir, what is this? Whether it is large intestine or small intestine, you have to be perfect, no confusion. So that's why you should know the cardinal features of the large intestine. Cardinal features of the large intestine. So this is a cecum. Okay. Now here appendix is not there. So this is the this is the posterior middle part of the cecum, that is appendix. So this is ileum, like this, ileum, ileocecal junction. The whole thing is cecum. This is ascending, right colic, left colic, transverse colon, descending colon, sigmoid, continue as a rectum, and anal canal. Anal canal. Okay. See once again. So whatever these yellow fatty pouches are there, these are the nothing but appendicitis epipoli. Appendicitis epipoli. Okay. Okay. So today only you read about the large intestine. Next class will take about the histology of the large intestine and appendix. Large intestine and appendix, and general features, length, location. So what about the location? Large intestine, almost, yes, right iliac, right hypochondrium, left hypochondrium, and left iliac. So there will be a pelvic brim as descending colon, start from the left colic flexure to the pelvic brim, from where the external iliac artery and pudendal nerve, iliofemoral nerve there, and posteriorly you know posterior abdominal wall and some muscles, anteriorly anterior abdominal wall. Okay. Now this whole thing is covered by the omentum. So here mesentery will be there, like this. Superior mesentery go towards the right side, right colic, appendicular, yes, and ileocolic. Now here from this left colic, then suprarectal above the rectum. Okay, and sigmoid, like that you have to remember. It is very easy to remember. Then as per the lymphatic drainages, consult applied anatomy, metastasis, that is spreading of the cancer, so through the lymphatic route. So carcinoma of the colon. This is very important applied anatomy. Okay. Then what do you mean by scopy? Scopy means to visualize. To visualize. Bronchoscopy. Yes, to visualize the bronchial tree. Okay. Esophagoscopy, endoscopy. Like that here colonoscopy. Colonoscopy, it is there to visualize the internal part, internal features, internal part of the any lesion, any growth, any obstructions, constrictions through the that particular scope. That is called as a colonoscopy. Colonoscopy. One more important investigation is barium meal. So barium meal, barium enema and barium furrow. So here in case of colon, barium enema. Barium enema will be given to know the some disease conditions of the, to rule out the some conditions of the related to the colon. Okay, that is one of the important investigations. Barium meal and colonoscopy. Okay, some congenital disease are there. Congenital disease also there related to the colon. You will come to know in detail next. Then one more is, I told, yes, appendix. Okay, right iliac fossa tenderness will be there. Patient come with the pain abdomen, particular right iliac fossa. Okay. See once again these are the appendici epipulae. These are the hallucination, that is saculations, and this is the tinea coli. This is the tinea coli, longitudinal fold. This is the tinea coli. Okay. You understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರ ಅವರು